Oops. Yay.
Ooh, hello and welcome. It is...
Hi.
Wait, hang on. It's not Sunday.
Oh.
No. But it is a Some Other Heroes Day.
It's Tuesday, isn't it?
It's Tuesday
You
today.
boy! What day is it?
It's
You there, boy. What day is it?
It's Tuesday.
Oh.
Do I still have syphilis?
And we're back. Hi,
Go buy
and
yourself a turkey and give your syphilis to someone else.
welcome to this
Hello,
impromptu additional stream to make up for the terrible technical blunder that was our last episode. The kobolds have been down. They've killed off all the gremlins or chased those that were left behind, and they tell me everything is fine and working great.
But they are kobolds.
But they are kobolds, so I'm not entirely convinced it wasn't them in the first place. We are Some Other Heroes. We are queer dungeoneers playing a homebrew game of Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition, set in a world of skyships and floating islands and deep magic and strange mysteries. My name is Chris. I use he, him pronouns. I have the honor and joy of being the main storyteller and DM for this game. With me are my 3 regular players, who will all introduce themselves, and I'd like you all to roll a d4 today.
Shit, dice. Don't worry about it.
I got a 4.
You got a 4. 2?
One.
1. Excellent. Theo, would you like to choose who goes first?
Good save. Good save.
Charlie.
All right, cool. Hi, I'm Charlie. I use she, her. And today I am playing the belated Ashling, who I adore.
Oh,
Belated.
belated. Did she die between streams or something?
Yeah, you leave her alone for 2 seconds.
Actually, of all the characters, she's the one I expect to turn up and go, she's dead? I don't know what happened.
Sorry, ghost now.
She choked on a piece of old cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's a Saw Warlock and a Satyr, and clearly the sensible one of the pie.
Yeah, absolutely. Wayne, you rolled next highest. You can choose yourself or Theo to go next.
Oh, I should
We
definitely.
can choose me again if you really want.
Yes,
You choose Charlie to introduce one of
Keep
you.
choosing Charlie.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we'll start it slowly today. Theo Blue, I choose you.
Hi, I'm Theo. I use they them pronouns, and I shall be playing the confident and capable and suave wizard Eugene.
So suave.
Debonair.
Suave. I'll even.
I feel like
If
Oh,
you're new
get-
here, I'm none of those things. That's the joke.
Oh, dear. And last but not least, I'm afraid there is only Wayne left to choose. So, Charlie, unfortunately, because you roll lowest, you don't get to choose.
What?
No,
Hi,
Charlie can
I'm
choose herself.
Wayne.
Yeah.
Yes, Charlie's going to introduce me. No, she's not. Hi, I'm Wayne. Which by now you know because people keep saying it. I am playing the Dragonborn bard didn't rock, who uses he/him pronouns most of the time, although he doesn't really care. And I use he/him most of the time too, although I don't really care either, to be honest. Now
Fantastic.
that you mention it.
Yeah, fair enough. Cool. Before we leap into today's episode, we have a couple of small announcements. First off, it is Hedgehawk UK's birthday. Happy birthday, Hedge. Hedge is a regular member of our community. He is a lovely person. He's also the producer for the Misadventurers League, a sister channel on Twitch, who are really, really lovely. They're currently playing through a excellent vampire campaign that I had the absolute joy of popping along for a couple of episodes to join in on. They're lovely. They have a lot of fun. If you are like, ooh, vampire, a bit dark and gribbly, go and watch them. They do the dark and gribbly, but they do it in such a way that they're all having so much fun that you're laughing along with the horror.
I'm really enjoying the word gribbly, by the way.
Well, it's
I'll
actually
try really hard not to.
that will make some of my old vampire friends very happy because I don't think anyone uses gribbly anymore.
I've never heard it spoken by a human, and I love it.
It's amazing.
But there was a squirrel once who
It's called
said it.
gribbly, yeah. Cool.
Didn't say it.
We also just want to shout out to our friends in the community, friends at and in the community of Wicked Game, just to let you know that we're really sorry to see you leave. We completely understand, and we wish you all the joy and success in whatever future endeavors you go.
Bunches.
None of you are going to get around because you live in the same city as us, so we're going to grab you for coffee.
Because we know where you live, literally.
Yeah.
So
we're going to love you aggressively.
yes, so we love you to pieces. We
That is a
completely
threat.
understand. And
We will love you and you will like it.
our Wednesday nights.
Wholesome.
Our Wednesday nights will not be the same, but we completely understand and we love you. Last, but definitely not least, do you like baked goods? And do you like Dungeons and Dragons?
It has been said.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, have I got the podcast for you? Our friends Dice and a Slice are the only UK-based or international D&D podcast that is powered by baked goods. Join them in their nautical-themed world as Josh takes Tom, Jazz and Alicia through a wonderful set of mysteries. Lots of curses.
We
Lots
love
of
a
curses. Everyone's cursed. It's great, but in a good way.
Love a curse.
Oh, I thought you just mean lots of cursing. Which,
That's us.
Yeah.
that's.
If you don't already follow them, pop along, have a look at their stuff. They're wonderful people. They dropped a new episode yesterday. I haven't had a chance. I'm trying to catch up. This whole working thing again means I don't get to catch up as often, but I'm trying to. I'm starting to listen to it on my way to work in the morning again. So I will catch up. I am very excited for what they're doing. Yeah, we are not here this coming Sunday because we are taking a weekend off so Wayne and I can celebrate his birthday and we can catch up. He's already had his inspiration for his birthday, so he doesn't get another one, I'm afraid.
Oh,
Can we get birthday inspiration because it's Hedge's birthday?
Can you get... Hedge can have
Hedge-
birthday
Hedge,
inspiration.
can you give your birthday inspiration to us?
please.
Do
For
it.
just £5 a month, you can help record Dungeon and Dragons.
Oh god, now I want to make one of those videos. The kind of
Just
sad
one
music black and white
inspiration a
video.
month.
There you go. That is the energy that we want.
Yeah.
That's our next
Every
social media
2
project.
minutes, someone rolls with disadvantage.
Advantage.
And you can help them.
These poor underprivileged nerds suffer
dear.
daily because of the harshness of their DM. For just 2 Earth pounds, you could give them inspiration.
Wow. I think you've got the soft touch amongst the DMs in our group.
I haven't. We definitely have. I've played with Lydia.
She's in
amazing.
chat.
I know.
Hi, Lydia.
She's amazing, but she does not pull punches, boy. She tells stories that bite.
I love it.
Love it. Amazing. Right. Have I missed anything? Have I forgotten anything? Does anybody have anything they would like to shout out?
No, I've completely forgotten why we're here.
Cool. Guess I better chop.
Sorry, it took me a second.
choppy. Right. So I'm gonna run titles. Hello, we are back in.
Ah.
Hi.
The guys are just going through their notes to check out how much inspiration they actually have, because I'm fairly certain at least one of them has 3 points of inspiration they've not used. So I think it might be Wayne.
Which is not because I hoard them, it's just because
You forget you've got them.
old and forget.
Previously, not that long ago, on Some Other Heroes, our adventuring party were in the middle of discussions with Eugene's aunt Zadia and about the ongoing adventures in New Doan, about how the Zilman family can actually help Parshkit's Chosen, the party that sits around me at the moment, delve into the mysteries of the Scatterland further and find out what part the Eugene's ancestor had in forming the floating islands of the Scattered Lands, and how his knowledge for this still living character, allegedly, can be imparted. We were in the middle of a discussion. They summoned an aspect of Alabaster, the demon that has been living rent-free in Ashling's head since before the stream.
Charge him? This is bullshit.
You can try.
God
Who's he gonna
damn, I
pay
could
you
have
in?
bought that goat if I'd just been charging him.
Hey, maybe the goat can move in with him.
God.
No, don't listen to me.
Forming this strange apparition made of alabaster stone and glowing white energy. Very similar to the energy they have found from the realm of dust and shadow. They confirmed some things about how Nudoan moves around, that it is popping through the ways, the mysterious paths that connect the different realms and lead back to Air Avis, the world where they are based. And they were just cleaning up quickly to hide what Eugene and the party had been up to, as Teletta, Eugene's grandmother, arrived, taking off her ceremonial robes and raping them. I know technically we got a little further than this before, but I'm going to wind back to her arrival because that's about where things got very skew-if. So if they go wrong again, we know it's cursed and, try a different scene.
It was Alabaster's fault.
I think it was Alabaster's fault. He was like, I got summoned. I'm going to mess things up.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I should point out the last time we had that big a technical issue was the day that Bitter Snow showed up.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Coincidence? I think not.
So, Teletta comes in. She goes, you're all still here. That's good. Good. Hello, darling. She kind of gives her daughter a kiss, and then she kind of looks to Eugene to see if that's appropriate or not.
Oh, he does not know if that is appropriate or not.
Social cues? Why are you looking to
Eugene
for
for
social
social
cues?
Because
Eugene is just frozen in time like a deer in the headlights.
Oh,
Cool. She rolled a natural 20 on her insight, so
Okay.
she recognizes that you are also waiting for those social cues, and will just give you a little peck on the cheek. And she settles into a comfy chair. Thank you all so much for all the information you passed me, for being so candid and patient with what was a very difficult situation. You are a credit to your profession. Thank you. That went.
Anyone's called us professional before.
No one's ever called me patient before either.
She kind of leans back a little bit and she just kind of pulls off these gloves that she's wearing and kind of pops them onto a tray on the table. I think when I told last time she had a glass of 2 glasses of wine ready, which she passes one to
Hi.
her daughter.
Oh. I thought they were just for her.
I think Rock's already got some.
Way ahead of you.
Oh yeah, that's opaque because there's wine in it, right?
Yeah. The truth. Thank you. I appreciate it. We have some good news, and we cannot avoid the challenge, but you are not going to have to do all the fighting. You are going to have a guide with you, and it's a friend. A well-regarded member of the Emerald Guard. Eldis Falone, I believe. Ashley, you're very familiar with Eldis.
Yeah.
She has agreed to help you.
Why do you know Eldest? Who is this?
Eldest kind of helped me out in terms of my chaos here and made it so I could come back legally somehow.
And she used to work. She used to do work for her as well. So
That was before. They were a guard?
before you. No, they were always an Emerald Guard, but they were
okay.
they were Lieutenant Falone when you left, and they've been promoted since.
Oh, so they kept you from being imprisoned and banished from here, did they?
Yeah. So an enabler, which is great.
I'm sure everyone in the room is now very, very comfortable about that suggestion.
I think Salia just like, she not really an enabler, Aisling. She was just very fond of you.
Same thing.
Can't imagine why.
Ashley knows that's bullshit. Her insight's so high.
The mission you have to carry out. We have a small problem in Marden's Touch. Marden's Torch. Near a town on the islands which we are currently hovering nearby. They have espied something odd and unusual, and they have requested assistance from the city as part of the requirements of the city protecting them. There's rumours. They say they have seen something draconic on the outskirts of the town. And they would like us to investigate it. Now, tensions being what they are, it could just be young dragonlings or kobolds, but equally, people are always worried that the Empire, particularly, and I'll explain a little bit in a minute, this settlement is quite worried about things happening with the Empire.
Is it possible that it is someone from the Empire?
It's conceivable, but we can't see any reason why it would be. They described humanoid draconic figures. Now that's standardly that would be a dragonborn, but the only dragonborn who actually is on there is Marcel Solgrax, the Imperial representative.
Yes, who I would like to try and visit. I hate to keep bringing this question up, but is it really a wise move for me to go with to investigate something when they are clearly not comfortable having
if they're a
people
bit
of the Empire
skittish
there?
about that already.
It's not necessarily a hatred of individuals. It's just a concern.
It was just a general racism rather than a specific hatred.
It's not a racism thing in this instance. This town was founded by refugees from the second expansion. They have nothing against Dragonborn. Most of them are... Remember, some of their Dragonborn neighbours...
Sorry, I really thought you were going to say some of their best friends are Dragonborn.
Yeah, some of their Dragonborn friends and neighbours very fondly. But they understandably are very concerned that if there is dragon-like creatures skulking around, it could be the Empire doing something. I don't think they would be. The Empire would have to get past several realms to get down here, and they feel like they would have been noticed by some of our allies in the Free Nations.
They
And to
don't
be
tend
fair, anything skulking isn't good.
No, but the Empire's unlikely to make advances quietly, to be honest. They prefer to make a show of force, so it is unlikely. Could I just ask, have you had any other reports of the draconic creatures? Because when we were in wherever we were in before,
Alskern?
no, the other one, the small place.
Malwyn?
Brambles End.
Melwyn, that's the
Melwyn.
one, Melwyn.
Oh.
There were reports of dragon-like or draconic-like creatures that they were concerned about there. There was some reports of it. So I just wondered if you had had any other reports other than this one.
I mean, not every bit of information regarding to security comes through our house, but I'll get your grandpa to lean on some of his on their old friends and see what they can find out and see if anybody has made any reports to that extent. But I'm not aware of anything, not personally. Sadia, darling, nothing to me. And I feel like, given that I'm one of the more travelled members of the household, I feel like it would have come to my desk if I had. So, also, and this is not to be dismissive, there are dragonborn in Ashore, and sky pirates are known to move through these areas when we're not around. They tend to zoom off as soon as the city appears, but
wouldn't they refer to them as dragonborn and not draconic creatures?
that's the thing. None of them have got quite close enough to whatever these things are to kind of say. They've just seen them skulking around the edge of the town.
Again with the skulking.
It's really not a good sign. If I could be completely honest with you, we have encountered a dragonborn, no, a draconic creature before through other acquaintances of mine that was quite a concern, which is why I'm asking if you've had any other sightings or reports, because to be honest, it was none of those things. It was neither dragonborn nor dragon nor human, which was a little concerning.
Wasn't even a half dragon, which is another weird thing as well.
Yep. It's, and actually I do remember them saying that that particular creature was captured off Udoan.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Oh. Did they say where near our region they found it?
But considering that you move every 5 seconds, I would imagine that's quite difficult to pinpoint, to be honest.
It's a very good point.
Nudoan is not just the city rock. We're actually the surrounding islands that we protect. Also,
but no, in short, I do not know. I could probably put word out and try and find out exactly, but they didn't seem to have a specific location. It is a little concerning because it did seem to be a creature.
I can't hear you.
Oh,
Oh,
Well, that's just
Interesting.
rude.
can you hear us?
Hold on 1 second.
No, it's probably just me.
Doop-a-doop.
It's because he hates me.
That's what it is.
Now I can hear you.
100%.
Okay.
Cool. I think everyone at home could hear you, but for some reason, my mic just cut out.
Hedge, do not encourage the kobolds.
No, don't.
I think it's just that headphone jack is worn out.
Quite possibly. It was somewhat of a. I don't know. It was a bit of a perversion, to be honest. It just felt like. It felt like a forced combination of creatures, and it was struggling to maintain its own thoughts and
Creature definitely
frightened.
wasn't happy about it.
and it was somewhat of a sort of twisted creation, is what it felt like. And it was, to be honest, it was very upsetting. So I am a little concerned that these are the same creatures.
Do you? And it obviously is very upsetting for you, Rock. So if you wish to drop this now, I understand. But if I could get more information from you, we can look into this. Zadia kind of leans over. Ashley, you tend to sketch a lot of things. Did you sketch this thing?
Oh,
Yeah,
Dashling did, yes.
yeah. I've designed an enclosure for it as well, but I'll just show you the
Right, there's no need to show off, Dashling, just the sketch.
It's like a Zoo Tycoon screenshot. Okay, yeah, I'll show her the.
You show her this drawing of this twisted humanoid that is barely one thing or the other. It looks like someone has smashed together a dragon and a human and not had any consideration for how they might function. Whereas Rock, being a dragonborn, looks very much like an upright dragon with humanoid limbs. This thing,
I mean, it's pretty impressive.
this thing is twisted and its limbs look wrong and it looks malformed. I'm just going to roll actually, Theo, would you like to roll a history check for your grandmother?
I'd love to.
I mean, she's old, so...
I don't think that's what determines how good you
Wow.
are at history.
What am I adding?
6.
I rolled a 14. So 20.
Dirty 20.
Hey.
So, Aisling, your insight's highest. And I think you pick up as her lips purse a little bit.
Uh-oh.
At the drawing, she goes, I know these things. Or
Oh.
similar things. During the reign of the Dragon Kings and the Dragon Lords,
Uh-huh.
many of them created these beings, these dragon flesh abominations,
Oh.
in order to, as either punishment for people who went against them or to create more loyal servants, more affected by their dragon masks. The first emperor, for all his hunger and flaws, one of the positive things he did is he put an end to the practice and got rid of quite violently all the priests and mages and their knowledge to create these things.
Well, there was some suggestion that it could be something that was a practice of the cult of the dragon when we originally encountered this creature, but I was not aware of this being something that was done before. And
You're...
why? But who would be doing it now?
Yeah, and you said the knowledge was got rid of, so
It was
they're not
supposed to have been burned,
totally.
but obviously the cult of the
Wait.
dragon popped up again in Curse Hollow. And then these were the Curse Hollow is in your
The
empire. The Empire. It's one of the more problematic areas of the Empire. It's never fully
Yeah, you
been
can tell.
tamed.
It's where they tried to summon Tharsix.
Where Tharsix came and caused a lot of hassle. Where Eugene's dad went back.
I've just had a small thought.
Just a little one.
Well, you're only short. So. I mean, you're not that short.
Not sure.
It's only because you're
Same
tall.
height as Aisling.
We're the same height.
But you've got horns that are like 3 feet tall. Anyway, you were saying, yes?
Anyway, I did just have a thought. Didn't we encounter some followers of the cult of the dragon on Pashkik?
We did.
Oh, different Cult of the Dragon. That's but yeah. So the Cult of the Dragon there were
Never mind.
no. It's a really good thought
That's
and well
They
West
should
remembered.
get a
Side Cult of the
different name.
Dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the
That's
Cult of the
West Side. We're talking about East Side.
Yeah.
No, that was the cult of the dragon. This is the cult of the dragon.
Oh yes.
But this is one of those cases of historically different people using the same term in a different way. They were using the term to be to represent the fact that they were servants of Ivernort.
Right. Yeah.
So they had formed a cult out of the church because they recognized Ivernort's power and they were praying to Ivernort to deliver them or
Let's
end
call it
their
the Club
punishment.
of the Dragon.
The dragon cult,
Yeah.
not the cult of the
But
dragon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what
like
is-
the Satanic Temple and the Temple of Satan.
The one is a cult of a specific dragon.
It's the difference between Catholics and Protestants, okay? It's
Oh, fucking don't. Don't. I'm the Irish one of this party, and we're not getting into that.
What is it, the tone of the bells?
Okay, I
Is that
rescind
the
my point
difference?
then.
no, it's fine. But no, it's a really good thought, and actually it brings up a lovely bit of history because effectively it's the same idea, and the cult that worshipped Tharsics probably had the same concepts. They turned to Tharsics at a point of desperation when their lands were conquered and taken from them by a more militant force. That's something that you guys have come to understand since, like, Curse. Your dad always kind of painted Curse Hollow up as this kind of like lawless wasteland, but your mother and your uncle always suggested that yes, what happened had to happen, but it got to a point. There was a reason it happened in the first place, and it was the Empire's fault.
So if it's not that cult of the dragon, then where did it come from? Who? Oh,
I-
sorry.
After, I mean, I don't. Elves are not exactly up to speed on international politics, as Sadia kind of leans in. She goes, but from what my agents out in the field have told me, when the cult wasn't completely destroyed so much as scattered and weakened to a point where it was no longer a threat, some of its individuals may have slipped through and have been trying to gather power since. You seem to think that this lot may be connected to the worm that devours?
Everything else is.
Honestly, at this point, I don't know, but
I don't know if they're connected, but I know that they're up to something. On our way here, our airship was attacked by some. They were wyverns, right?
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
wyverns, but they were
been
under the
scrambled.
effects of some kind of mind control spell.
She was Sky Drakes, sorry, not Ivan. But
That's it, Skydrakes.
and it just feels all of these things sort of happening and being so connected to some kind of power grab, or just seems to imply that there may be a connection, or there are 3 or 4 separate things going on that just happen to be going on at the same time. Because quite frankly, at this point, I don't know. But no, in short, I do not wish to withdraw from this. I am absolutely going with Eugene and Ashling as long as it doesn't complicate matters. And as upsetting as it may be, I would rather find out what is happening with these creatures.
wait, it seems it's not much of a fortuitous, but at least maybe you can get some more answers towards whatever you are working towards, and we certainly will be rid of a problem before it becomes a problem.
And so, what would they like us to do?
I think you would need to meet with the mayor. I think you need to just investigate and just confirm that whether there is something going on or not. And based on that, what your findings are, we can assess what happens next. Whether we need to leave a garrison of Emerald Guard to support the town, or whether we just need to persuade them that the problem has been resolved and they don't need to worry about it anymore.
So this part of Eugene's gauntlet is a reconnaissance mission?
That's what I was going to ask.
It's an act in service of the nation who is conducting your gauntlet.
Well, very well, then we shall absolutely act in service of the
Yeah.
nation of New Doan.
Sounds a lot easier than like going to war or whatever.
Don't put ideas in my head.
Hopefully none of us will be going to war in our lifetimes. That is something
Okay.
I don't want to see again. Anyway, I have had a long day, and I still have to debrief your grandpair. So
Can I come?
no.
Not having drinks with the not having drinks with the caucus, then? No.
No, I don't think so.
But they all seem so fun.
Some of them are lovely in their own houses, away from me and my family.
But some of them are very pretty behind a wall, 10 feet away from me.
Yes.
And some of them are just.
Nice. Nice.
Right. Falone will be with you in the morning. An airship has been put together at short notice to get you to there. I think a skiff of some kind to get you down. You are meeting with Bicbus Smallwrath, the leader of the town. Mayor? Did they use the term mayor? And so he goes, yes, they adopted it from the humans who settled nearby. Mayor of the town.
The humans get everywhere, don't they?
They are known for it, but they're also very resourceful, and that is always a positive thing. Stops us from getting stuck in our ways entirely. Right. Well, my darlings, I need to get on. Make sure that whatever this is that you're trying to cover up doesn't burn a hole in my carpets. And I will see you all very soon. Good luck tomorrow.
Thanks.
Unfortunately, I won't see you because I shall be in the halls discussing whatever next.
I'd much rather be doing this thing.
Yeah, honestly, I'd rather face more dragon. One quick question: is there any criteria by which we will be judged that we should be aware of, so that we could behave in a certain way that may
Is
put?
there a rubric of some kind?
Is there a point system? Or...
Conduct yourself as if you were representing New Doan.
Oh, don't say that.
But should that not work well for us, then what other criteria are we being judged on?
She kind of looks. Aren't you champions of a nation?
Yeah.
Yes, but they very seldom require us.
Technically, yes.
Kind of, they don't ask us to behave appropriately. We just defend things.
Yeah.
But that's all we're asking. You have been
good.
trusted by a figure such as Rebecca Ryder, then it is, as far as I'm concerned, fine to trust you in this matter. You've done this before. You are seasoned adventurers. You saved an entire nation from an alien god.
We did do that, yes.
Yes. I am certain you can handle figuring out whether these are actually well.
But we had Skier with us then.
What's a skier?
A lightsaber, that's what it is.
Tiefling, pointy, quite
A lot of
stabby.
knives.
Well, you'll have Falone with you, who is more pokey from a distance, but is definitely very useful.
Good.
I'm sure we'll be fine. I just wanted to make sure we were, ticking the right boxes, so to speak.
Yeah, same.
Sorry, very good, Callum. Seasoned with what? Salt, pepper, thyme. Anyway, I have every faith in you. You should have some faith in yourself.
Oh no, we're fantastic.
And she gives Eugene and Zadia a small kiss and just kind of gives you two a nice gentle bow, and then
Oh, I shall bow most elaborately.
Ashling's a bit disappointed she didn't get a kiss as well.
For a Fae who apparently doesn't get attached to family, Ashley's pretty fucking desperate to get these grandparents on this.
Yeah, because they're the coolest.
Oh,
She leaves you with Zadia. Right. Well, do you need anything else from me? I think we've got your new spell down packed, if that's what you want to use as part of your harrowing.
Gauntlet.
It's fine.
Gauntlet, thank you, Aisling.
It's fine. Yeah. If you think that's what I should do, then
I think it's a very strong contender. You've not only proven the existence of the 13th throne, you have connected with not one but two of its denizens. That's fairly impressive.
You should be given a pass. That's enough coursework to get you a pass.
I mean, she has a point. I don't know many other people that appear to have done that. I certainly haven't heard
Other
of
people
any.
done like a fucking obstacle course or something, and you've like met God or whatever. You should get it way quicker than they have.
I don't think many wizards are doing an obstacle course as part of
Like
the
in their brains,
gauntlet.
with their brains.
Oh, I
Yeah,
don't know. Don't the spellblades get some ideas into their heads?
See?
Sword nerds.
Sword nerds are the worst.
Oh,
Apart from your mother, she's pretty amazing.
yeah, she's cool.
No, I don't think there's. I mean, unless there is anything else you can tell us. But rude. That may help. But no, you've been most helpful. Thank you. Wait, is Eugene allowed to do that spell? I thought that was only like
Not
in
yet.
the test.
In the test.
But
oh, I see. Oh, okay.
it wouldn't have been right for us to not research what he wanted to achieve and prepare him for it, which is. But in the final gauntlet, you will be required to conduct the spell and hold it on your own.
But that's not why we're down at this place.
Oh no! You'll be coming
No,
back for
that's-
that.
Okay,
The
got it. Good.
second part, right?
Yes. Well, technically third,
No,
but I think they'll
third.
want. I think we'll try and
God.
move things up as quick as we can because you are on a bit of a timeline.
Trying to stop the
Right.
apocalypse and everything.
Is there just with the whole gauntlet thing? Is there maybe like a brochure with the outline or?
No, Rob.
Is there a
Each-
timetable?
As I think multiple mages have told you, the gauntlet is particular to each wizard that takes it.
No, absolutely. I wasn't aware there was 3 parts, so I seem to have missed that. So just getting clear.
Yeah,
If
the
I mean-
technical, the showstopper.
Yay!
Welcome
we've
to
been
Some Other
through
Heroes,
this
the
already.
other D&D. Oh, dear. Josh would kill me. No, there are obviously theory needs to be discussed and reviewed. You've already agreed an act of service, and then the most difficult part, of course, is the creation of and manipulation of a spell powerful enough to warp reality.
You've basically half done it. It's all good.
Yeah,
I have
it's fine.
Yes.
You'll be fine.
having met Tythig Perb, having known his legend and that, I am certain you will be fine on the theory part. He is one of the most brilliant technical summoners I've ever had the pleasure of talking to.
I'm just
Eugene-
not very
Eugene's
good under
better.
pressure.
Yeah.
I don't think that's true. Come on.
Oh no,
now.
you are
I
definitely.
know we're like bigging me up and stuff because I'm nervous, but you don't have to
I
like
haven't seen perfect
bare-faced
shit.
lie.
I've seen you do mad stuff.
Fair
Well,
point.
ask your do ask your uncle about summoning the draconic spirit to hold back
It's not really.
Parsix at some point. It's an impressive story. So, I will leave you to. You've had a long day, a busy day. It's only mid-afternoon to be fair, but I feel like you need some time.
What is it? Wow, that wine's got straight about it.
Time to yourselves to just decompress everything, and also probably
Alright,
have a word with Alabaster.
I just wanted to
Yeah.
to thank you for this morning. It was a lot of fun actually.
She takes you by the shoulders and just goes, "It was wonderful for me as well. I am going to kill your mother for keeping you away from me so long."
Me too, actually.
What's the use of having a niece and nephew if you can't spoil them rotten with their favourite things?
I really thought, before coming here, I really thought that I understood why she hadn't told us. But the longer I'm here, the less it makes sense.
I understand. I know how much it would have hurt her to know what she gave up. And an elf away will often repress as much as they can until they can return. So, although I tease, I'm not angry at her. Neither is Mum, and certainly not Per. I think Per knows how to be angry at their children.
I mean, from what we know,
think
it's kind of part of the process here, isn't it? I mean, they're kind of forced to distance themselves.
For safety.
I think I might be a little angry.
Rock's going to take a step back.
A little.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's very natural. And I think when you're ready and you have the words, your mother will probably want to hear them. She's far better at all this than even I am. She's a very sharp woman.
Oh yeah, I know.
But I am still glad that you're here, and I am honoured you chose us for your gauntlet.
I think Eugene just gives her a big hug.
She's a little stunned to start with because this is the first time it's been that direct, but then she melts into it really easily and just holds you back. It's the strongest hug that 2 sub-10 strength characters can manage.
I mean, you don't have to be hench to hug. I do it all the
That's
time.
beautiful. Put that on a t-shirt.
I was going to say that should be a poster somewhere. You don't have to be hinged to hug.
But it helps.
It helps.
Totally. Small print.
She's right. Now I'm going to have to go because I'm going to end up crying, and this makeup takes forever to apply in the morning.
And I know we've done the spell thing now, but we can still like study, right?
I have libraries and libraries of books that I want to share with you. So absolutely, absolutely, you better. And no, I know the whole world's in peril and everything and finding the Sky Shield, but you better not rush off after we've solved all these problems. I'd like to spend some time with you.
Me too.
And it goes for you
And
too
Barnabas.
as well.
I mean, we're not much of a library. But yes, that's very
Honestly,
kind of you.
if I were you, I wouldn't let Aisling in the library. Just from personal experience.
Hey, that was once, and I just
At least-
moved a couple of them.
At least not without some like quite serious ground rules.
And rubber gloves.
Yeah.
Oh, I think Aisling is very aware of my rules about my stuff. I think she remembers back that far.
Oh, what did you do?
Don't worry about it.
You mean, don't worry about. No, we will we will
Limited
we will have that
editions
discussion,
doesn't
young lady.
mean it's the only one.
Books should not be alphabeticalized by the first word on the first page. Isn't that right, Aisling?
Too many of them were A. It's really silly.
What? Why would you do that?
I wanted to see if I could.
Oh my god, that is
Well,
such
I
an
guess I
Aisling
can't
line.
argue with that.
I was just. Do you know? Sometimes you say things that I just actually are quite profound. I can't even have anything.
Plot twist, philosopher.
Anyway, I must away. I've got some paperwork to do, and I should imagine I'm probably going to have some angry letters arrive on my desk from some other
Didn't
households.
do anything.
Don't worry, they're always angry.
Oh.
So you can tell.
Enjoy your afternoon. Make sure you take advantage of your time to rest. She smiles and steps away, leaving you three and your pet demon alone.
Eugene, do you want to come punch a pillow?
What? Why?
You said you had a wee bit of anger. We can go punch a pillow.
Oh,
Oh yes, Toby told me that you like to
Yeah,
pick things.
yeah.
If you're
I
angry.
remember how it worked, and we can. There's got to be about 400 four-poster beds here, so we can find one.
I don't think I'm that kind of angry.
Oh,
Does that
okay.
make sense?
What do you want to like? a
Not the
cushion
like kind
instead?
of punch things angry, more like
Okay.
the kind of sad angry. Does that
Oh.
make sense?
Okay. All right. Well, let's go get comfy.
But I'm fine. Also, I don't know. People are difficult to understand.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
That is
That's why I
very
always
true.
like magic so much. It's very simple.
It's got rules, isn't it?
What?
Well, there's rules. You read the rules. You find out what the components for the spells are. You practice. You learn it. You do the thing, and then the thing you expected to happen happens. And if you didn't,
Yeah.
if it doesn't, it's because you did something wrong.
Well,
People say stuff and do stuff that you don't expect, like all the time. It's really funny.
that's true, but
Right.
in some ways it's very similar. You can only prepare and try and do what you think is best, and sometimes that works out, and if it doesn't, you then have to go back and readjust. Sometimes because of the conditions, sometimes because of what you did.
Yeah, but let's see. There's too many variables there.
Yeah. How do
already.
you remember all that?
And
Well, the
sometimes you
same way,
do the same
Eugene.
thing every single time, but you get a different result. That's
Yeah.
not the same at all.
No, but that's also the joy of people. It keeps things interesting.
I
No, I
say
don't
something
like when-
different
I don't
every
like
time
when-
and get the same result.
All that. I don't like. Nah. No. It's like this.
Actually, you
this
don't even
fucking
take the
thing.
same route to the room that you live in twice. And like, what do you mean you like things to be exactly the same?
You know I don't like this place moving.
When it comes
And
to
I don't like
cartography, yes.
corridors and shit moving in the house.
No, that is true. But you are absolutely motivated by constant change. So,
Only change that I'm enacting.
right, so it's more of a control thing than sort of
Well, I
expecting
know
it to
what
be
I'm
the same.
thinking, and I know what I'm gonna do.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I'm not sure you do.
I know what I'm gonna do. I don't know how it's gonna end up.
No, I think sometimes you know what you've done once you've done it.
That's very occasionally.
Sometimes you catch yourself by surprise because you don't know what you're going to do because you
I
do
see.
whatever
I
comes to
think
mind.
it's a surprise. Some people have called it a fugue state, but I think it's a surprise. I think it's fun.
I think it's just chaos.
But that's okay.
Anyway, can we all talk about how awesome I am?
Was that in the group chat?
And it's directly to you.
Oh, okay.
I think he now waits until you go into group chat to join in.
Oh, okay. He doesn't forcibly add everyone to a group chat like some sort
Anyway.
of Avon mum.
Truth be told, I'm just glad Eugene's not angry with me.
Why would I be angry at you?
But you were very angry with me when I died.
Well, I don't know if I would say angry.
I was.
They had to make things for you to hit. I heard all about it.
That wasn't because of you. That was because of stupid dragons. I mean, it was your fault that we
See?
were there, I
Yeah.
guess. But I wasn't angry at you. I mean, I was a little angry at you because you didn't really... You kind of played down the whole vine thing quite significantly.
I mean, we were kind of busy. It's not like we were just around having a cup of tea and I could say, well, I'm not feeling very well. We were in the middle of
How
the
much
temple and...
fucking busier did we get afterwards, Rob?
Oh, we're talking about Eugene now, not me. Anyway, Eugene, what about your harrowing?
If ever there was a conversation that proves just the point I was making before this about how people are wildly complicated and difficult to understand, this is it right here.
Is that Alabaster making fucking notes?
In the
How
corner,
people-
you guys notice that Barnabas is still sitting there making notes, just not at you,
Oh
just
my
kind of
God,
like,
Barnabas.
no, please do carry on. This is fascinating. And to be
Look, if
honest,
you're going to stay, at least top up the wine.
no, I'm doing something very.
Ferret, how is he going to pour wine?
The same way that he writes.
I think holding a pen and holding a bottle of wine is quite significantly
To
different.
Rock, that's the same shit.
No, they're not. Look, it's exactly the same.
But now
Can't
turn
you get
yourself
your own
into a
wine?
ferret.
Rock, you've got thumbs, mate.
So do
Hey,
ferrets.
you know the polymorph
don't.
spell.
They do.
Turn yourself into a ferret.
I'll turn
and
you
then
into
try
a
and pour-
ferret if you keep this up.
Pour some wine.
I'm strapping 3 pillows to a bed. Right. Come on.
By
Come
the
on,
way,
let's
this is
go.
all. This, if you'd like an external point of view for someone who's been dead for a while, this
I've
is,
been dead too. It doesn't make you special.
this is all very healthy, and you should be talking about these things to each other.
Good. Yes, that's what I say.
Anyway, he claps this little tiny notebook that he seems to have together. I need to go and find Zadia, but I finished in here. Yes, it was a delight meeting you all. You're all wonderful, and I'm certain we're going to hear great things about all of you.
Inside check.
Go on, insight check.
Oh my god.
That's a 22.
Ooh!
But he gets advantage because he's adorable.
Hey, then why don't I get
I beg
advantage?
your pardon.
You
Exactly.
should get advantage for everything.
Regularly, people describe Eugene
Well,
as adorable.
he is telling the truth.
Okay.
He,
No, in
Oh,
that case,
yes.
Rock will begrudgingly thank you.
yes.
What kind of wizard were you when you were alive?
I was also a scribe wizard, which is why it's really quite
Oh, yeah, that
ironic.
makes sense.
Yes, apparently Lores, the god of magic, has a sense of humor about these things. Yes, I was, in fact, I was a scholar at the Imperial University before it was the Imperial University, when it was just the Lodestar University.
Oh. Wait,
Uh,
how long have you been? I mean, this is maybe a rude question. How long have you been dead?
About 150 years.
Ooh.
Well, you look very well for it.
Thank you. I look like a ferret now, which is probably better
Yeah, but
than
like a
90
very
promoted.
youthful ferret.
I mean, you are very adorable.
Why do you look like a ferret? Did you get to choose?
When your aunt chose her path and became a scribe and found my book, she
Yeah.
was obsessed by ferrets, and I ended up being a ferret. And I have to say, over the last couple of centuries, I have grown to like it. 150 odd years, I've grown to like it. but we did have a few discussions about it before she became a magus of her own standing.
Well, I think ferrets are cool.
I do too, to be honest, and it's better this than something else. I mean, imagine spending the rest of your life stuck as a kitten. Like, cute as you might be, no one's ever going to take you seriously.
What if you're an albatross?
I don't think that's much better.
That's quite big and inconvenient, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Be quite hard to write as well as an albatross,
Yeah.
I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Right. Well, if you don't have anything else, I shall leave you to it, and good luck. I think you're going to be amazing. He just disappears back into the book, which then floats off.
So cool.
He's not going to... He didn't write that conversation down. He's not going to...
I feel like he
No,
might
he's
have
not Alabaster. He knows about consent.
Okay.
I know about
that?
consent.
You just don't care about it.
done. Yeah, that's a good point.
That feels like a mortal problem to me.
Oh my god.
I knew it'd be impossible once you'd summoned him.
Oh, he's not even got started yet. He's still pestering me to talk about how great he is with you guys.
What, right
So-
now?
Yeah, he just wants to talk about how amazing he is and how he's all tall and incredible.
I mean, those horns
I mean,
were
it was
pretty
pretty
impressive,
cool.
I have to be honest.
They're not helping.
Sorry.
His ego has to fit inside my head.
But apparently,
Finite space, you know that.
so do those horns, but that's not a problem.
Yeah, that's true.
I would like to say you should congratulate Eugene for achieving such a wonderful and powerful spell. It takes quite the wizard to pull out a creature as powerful as I am.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Eugene Alabaster was trying to say something nice and it turned into a little bit of a pat on his own back. But we think, and I think, that you did an amazing job. And that was cool as hell.
Thanks.
That was so cool.
I'll actually, like, to be honest, I wasn't expecting that to go so well the first time.
Really?
Oh,
Why?
yeah. Because it's a powerful spell.
You're a
I don't know.
powerful
It's not
wizard.
often that I just try and do a spell and it works first time.
That's not true at all.
Yeah, you've tried
Yeah, it is.
some things that have been quite
Yeah, but
natural to you.
I always practice first.
Well, yes.
You don't think I just step out into battle when we're fighting something scary and think, oh yeah, do you know what? I'm just going to try and do something I've never done before.
Oh,
Don't you?
are we not supposed to do
No.
that?
Oh.
Uh,
Oh no, I actually did. Yeah.
Have you
Wait.
jumped off a dragon before?
Well, apart from, I mean, casting a spell. Well, I mean, I guess that was sort of casting a spell, but not that, not that thing. I didn't practice that. But spells, I practiced for a few hours before I cast them.
Really?
Well, yeah, that's how I learn how to do the spell.
Well, then that's extra impressive then, because you didn't even practice that and you nailed it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's similar to what I did when I summoned Throne's Blade.
That's true. It's an
Yeah, but
elevated
this was
version
like
of what you've done,
Times
just
10.
more powerful.
Yeah. And that's so cool. You did that.
Yeah, my
Because of your natural ability.
No, stop it.
My
Stop
aunt
it with the art. You did that.
She did.
No, I
Of course
watched
she
her.
did.
All she did was check your notes. That's all. You did the work.
Well, your art help, but your components help, and the right conditions help, and it helps if it's not raining, you know. But it doesn't mean it doesn't still come from you.
I suppose so.
Yay!
I'll take it. I'm
It's
going to grab.
progress.
I'm going to grab Eugene's arm and lift it up like a victory. Yay!
Eugene nearly took a
Wait, what are we
compliment.
doing?
Nothing. I'm just going to hold you here as you dangle from your.
If there's nothing else you particularly need to do, I will move on to the evening. I think you guys have a nice chill day. Pear pops in to see you all and congratulate you. Spends a little time listening to, wants to hear how the spell went and things like that. Has talked to their daughter, I should say, and had a little bit of a kind of she had a proud moment at them, and now they want to hear it from you directly.
Ashley's being the biggest hype man.
Eugene is a bit awkward about it at first, but then once he gets into talking about it, is extremely animated, and it's probably the most that Pear has seen him talk since he's been here.
I think they like that. I think they like that for you as well. And they have dinner with the three of you. Sadia, unfortunately, is busy, as is Taletta, but they have food with you in the evening, and eventually they wander off because they have to help Falone prepare for tomorrow. And
can I have spent some time during the day learning the rest of Private Sanctum?
Yes, absolutely. And the materials are at hand, so it doesn't cost you anything in terms of gold to do that.
Free Sanctum.
Yes, because Pear bought you enough materials.
Yeah,
on your shopping trip, so.
I have it written down here somewhere.
Awesome. So you now know Private Sanctum, and you can add it to your spell list the following day if you wish.
Hell yeah.
You settle in for the evening. Do you go to your separate rooms, or do you share a room together?
I'm going to the fort.
Going to the fort. Back to the fort.
Yes!
Rock is going to kind of awkwardly loiter when we're going to rooms, kind of just sort of. Good. So are you two? You're staying in there.
Oh, yeah. I asked Aisling if I could sleep in her room because it was weird being
They're quite
in
large
two
rooms, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, for goodness sake, Aisling,
hooks.
tell him.
Don't you worry. Aisling hooks Rock's arm immediately and is like, I'll build you a fort! And drags it.
I was going to say, I'm not sharing the fort. It's not.
No, that's just Eugene.
I don't need a fort. Don't be ridiculous,
Yes,
Ashley.
you do. Shut up.
No, I don't.
I mean, no one's sleeping
I have
in
a
bed,
perfect.
so.
I have a perfectly good. Should I get some? And I just wait. I'm just going to get some snacks. I'm going to run back to the kitchen.
Yes, slumber party.
I'm
Okay,
going to grab some
Ashley
snacks.
is like.
Wait, which
fucking
kind of
speed
snack
running.
are we having? You know, I'm still not really sure what the other kind of snack is.
So, tell Eugene this.
The edible snack.
The other type of snack for him is gree.
That's filth.
I love it.
I'm building a fort. I'm busy building a fort.
I'm just going to give Eugene a weird look and carry on going to go and get snacks.
Actually,
Do you remember we were in that tavern that one time and there was
Yes, I know. I'm
confusing
getting
conversation
edible
about
snacks.
No, Ashley.
What
tell
are
him.
non-edible?
Ashley,
Aren't
tell him.
snacks by very definition edible?
Can't hear you. Go to the kitchen.
Why will no one explain this to me?
Oh my god. Okay, Eugene. The other kind of snack is a snack that you have that's like a saucy one. Like gree is your other snack.
I think you can see
he's a
his like
snack.
brain cogs turning. Because when you said saucy, he was like, "What, like condiments?"
No, no.
But
Okay,
no,
like,
he
ooh,
get-
snack. You a snack.
oh,
Grease-
oh,
grease
oh, oh,
Snack. Yeah.
oh. Okay,
Mate,
I
Mate,
understand.
I'm asexual and I still knew what that was.
I feel like Ashley is definitely asexual, but I feel like she's aesthetically is aesthetically drawn to people, if that makes sense. She knows pretty very well.
Oh yeah, she knows pretty. She doesn't
Yeah.
want it, but she
Yeah.
knows it.
Noted.
Rob's
Okay.
going to come back with a big thing of various things that he's just grabbed from the kitchen and be like, "What? Why are you still standing here?"
Yeah, it's all good. Look. The scaffolding's up. It's not ready yet. Give us a minute.
What?
Right, just wait.
Scaffolding.
We don't
Yeah,
need
yeah.
an engineering project, Ashling, but just
not?
anyway. But if you could just whip up a table for me to put the snacks on, that'd be great.
Well,
thanks.
you can just wait. Look, Eugene, I've built Eugene a little patio. You can just wait in the patio with Eugene. If Eugene will have you, it is his fault.
Oh no! I would. I mean, I'm lucky to be allowed in his house. Never mind his fort.
It's not my house.
Well, you told me it was.
Ashling's just fucked off in his.
I think your exact phrase was, "I think you find it's my house."
I don't think I've ever said that. But
No,
okay.
you did. You definitely did. Anyway,
My uncle's house. He's just letting
yeah, have a snack.
me use it. Thanks. I don't know that I feel the same about snacks now.
Oh, wait. Did Ashling explain?
With delicacy.
Yeah.
That's not a sentence that makes sense to anyone in this room. I rest my case.
I mean, you could have just told me months ago. It's so embarrassing.
Why is it embarrassing?
Because, I don't know, it just seems like something everyone knows, apparently.
You haven't been using it incorrectly or anything, haven't you? I mean, you've not been calling people a snack, or anything, have you? Oh God, please tell me you haven't.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't remember.
Oh my
Maybe.
I'm
So
sure it's
good.
fine. I'm sure it's fine.
This day's been so weird for poor Eugene. He's gone from really powerful summoning spell, like unique and individual, and the thing that has completely thrown him, the misuse of snack.
God. And one is way more important than the other.
Yeah.
But as he clearly pointed out in this episode, because one has rules, the other doesn't.
Exactly the perfect demonstration
it.
of what he was just talking about.
Perfect.
Right,
And I seem to be the only one on these scattered lands that doesn't understand these things.
Well, now you do. There you go. Now you know how to use snack.
Yeah, but next time, can you just tell me, like, when it happens and don't leave me feeling
Well, we were-
confused about what
kind
kind
of in the middle of a
snacks?
thing, and anyway,
Oh, well, we're always in the middle of a thing.
that's it. Okay. Anyway,
Point.
snack.
Food kind.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
I was going to say we should call one a morsel, but that's still going to be confusing.
Oh, don't make it more difficult than it is. Just
An amuse-bouche.
no. Ashling, stop.
It's not that I don't understand. Now that I know what it means, I
Yeah,
understand.
but now if we like differentiate them, then you won't think we're saying one thing.
He knows now. It's no longer
I think
difficult.
I can tell when we're referencing food or, the other thing.
But it's highly unlikely. I'm going to be going to the kitchen to get another. Well, no, I suppose.
It's not. no,
Anyway,
it's
look, just finish the fort.
okay, all right, okay. I'm decorating it. It's all beautiful.
Snack, Eugene. I'm going to keep saying snack at Eugene a lot.
It's
A
cyberbullying.
a double entendre, as they say in Ashore.
Okay, Ashling has finished.
I don't need any
Amazing.
snacks,
And-
Rock. I already have a snack. Ashling says it's green.
Yeah. Oh, fucking put a bucket in his fort.
Never refer to him as. Just never do that again.
Why not?
Why
It's
not?
cute.
The term fits.
That
Yeah.
As
and
Ashling described it.
that's
Yeah.
lovely. I'm so thrilled you enjoy that, but I'd rather you didn't. Just don't
Why?
don't do that. Don't.
Why?
Because yeah, have a snack.
Why don't you like him?
Oh, for goodness sake. I'm so not. I'm not having this discussion again.
What do you mean again? We
You've
haven't
asked
had
me
this
this before.
discussion. No, I haven't. Have we?
Yes,
We
you
made
have.
that
No.
discussion as humans. Don't be meta.
Theo asked Wayne.
No, Theo has.
Eugene has
mentioned
not
it
asked
before.
Rock.
Yeah, no, he has very subtly said what my problem was with Rock. No, with what's his name?
Wait, hang on. Sorry, was that a Freudian slip?
Oh, it was a bit, wasn't it?
Anyway,
You can tell me if you don't like him. I won't.
oh, I would. I would tell you if I didn't like him.
Can
So-
Aisling insight this?
You
Yeah,
also
go for it.
like him.
Insight versus persuasion or deception based on
Okay.
what Rock wishes to do.
All right.
You're never gonna beat him, Charlie. Stop trying to insight check Rock. You're
I
never
refuse.
going to beat his deception roll.
What'd you
Got a
get?
24.
24's good.
I got a 28.
28's better. He is being cagey. It's hard to read.
This bitch. This bitch. Can I bug his fort?
Mate, and make a suggestion if you want to.
Well,
When
in
you
case I
get to
what,
level
accidentally let it slip in my sleep.
Yeah.
Just randomly roll over
Can
in
you
my
take-
sleep going, I hate Gree because he's young.
Can you take? Can you learn silvery barbs?
Oh!
'Cause that would be useful. But then Wayne will probably take it too, and then he'll silvery barbs your.
You'll silver
yeah.
about it.
Barbs.
Anyway,
Anyway,
Waste of third level spells.
I also found I brought what was left of the wine as well.
Hey!
I can
Yeah,
spread out.
I put like 3 or 4 coasters in each room of your fort. Because I didn't know how many glasses you were going to be, using. So there's loads. And yeah, and then this is for sort of meditative chill, but this is more for thinking chill, this area over here. Depending on what kind of vibe you want to go to. And this one is super padded for if you have lots of the wine and don't trust yourself to land in something properly.
Actually, we're sitting on the floor. How far
Yeah.
can I fall?
It's fucking marble or some shit, so
Oh, we're so accustomed
you
to
already
the good
broke
thing.
one horn. I don't want you going doing the other one, so you're gonna have
I
padded
did
room.
not break that. It was in active service. Anyway, thank you for building the fort. It's largely unnecessary to have so many rooms for somewhere we're going to sleep for a few hours.
Don't
but there we go.
speak ill of my fort building skills.
No, they're lovely.
Wayne, can you roll me a deception check?
Sure.
Is Alabaster inciting him?
Deception
Yes.
at 19.
19.
Come on, Alabaster.
Alabaster
See?
will remember that.
You remember what?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
You settle down into your wonderful forts for a night's probably a lot of
the roll again.
yeah, lots of slightly sniping and playful banter and just kind of letting that little tiny pressure off what's been a very, very good but trying day.
I also do imagine that Aisling is the friend at the sleepover who you're just like, shut the fuck up. Go into bed.
Yeah, but they've been traveling with you a while now, so they are actually quite used to this.
We
Yeah,
are
that's
kind
a
of
good
accustomed to you.
I've got the spell deaftness prepared. Rock. If you'd
Those
like
are
me to
earplugs.
cast it
Okay,
on
cool.
you as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm
I-
happy to.
I have
But that's
this
how
spell.
I slept last night.
I have the spell silence.
Oh, yeah.
I can help everyone.
The pacifist and the aggressivist.
In my way, Aisling doesn't know that we can't hear her.
Yes, because Rock is always concerned with people hearing and being snipey at them. Obviously.
Yeah, it's why he's so kind and demure all the time.
Oh, dear.
The one thing that never mind, I'll do that next time.
You have a long rest. I don't think you've had any calls not to use
Takes
anything.
so
yet.
much damage.
I did take some psychic damage watching that stupid sun elf.
There's some blood things
Yeah.
in your eye.
Yeah, the blood vessel in my eye from glaring at them.
The next morning, you're aroused quite early by Grandpere. Aramis wakes you all up and tries to encourage you to get ready quickly.
Oh,
You don't sleep. I love the fact you're not a morning person, despite the fact you don't sleep.
no, I don't, but I don't want to have to do things.
Oh dear.
I feel like there's a little bit of Charlie creeping into that. Actually.
Fuck do you mean?
You are ushered out eventually into a drawing room where a very smart, very tall, thin female elf with a oak complexion and long brown curly hair down to her waist, wearing the normal emerald garb but slightly lighter with freer arms. As you come in, Rock, you can tell she's got very strong arms from a lifetime of pulling bows.
How strange that only Rock notices that.
This, of course, Captain Falone.
Hell yeah.
Who snaps a salute in the traditional manner of the Emerald Guard.
Can I give her a hug while she's saluting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Halfway through her official salute, Ashley just
Yeah,
runs
yeah.
and hugs her.
Hi.
Ashley, we talked about this.
Sorry.
Right. How are you? Good. Excellent.
Yeah,
You look well. Oh, I like this. She doesn't touch, but she kind of indicates to your horns.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
It's new. I like that.
Thanks. I cut my hair as well. It's mostly because I got the stuff caught in it, but it looks really nice.
It looks lovely.
Thanks.
Eugene Appleby and Iskarok Ravokas. My name is Captain Falone. I am at your service. I shall be.
It's nice to meet you.
Yeah, we've heard we've heard a lot about you.
Thank you for what you did for Aisling.
Bailing your girl out.
Yeah.
And she's a friend, so.
Oh yes, of course. I believe you're to blame for that.
Yeah, it's her fault. You're stuck with me.
Anyway, I take it you understand the mission.
I think so.
Yeah, there's not. Rock really wanted a pamphlet, but we're going to sort of make do.
Well, no, not for this mission, just for the general gauntlet. Anyway,
Yeah, it's kind of included, isn't it?
Well, I actually do have a formal request for Rock whilst we're there. The representative from the Empire would like to have a conversation with him.
Oh, you wanted to meet them anyway, though, right?
Yes, we did want to see them. He says non-committally because he can't find his notes of what their name is.
Marcel Sol.
Marcel.
Solgrax.
Marcel Solgrax. Got it. Okay.
Such a hardcore.
Yes, I would like to see them too.
So I'm just hitting.
Get
someone just
rid
hit
of
that.
the bot.
Yeah. Bash the bot.
Later. Bye, Felicia.
No.
Thank you very much.
Why don't we buy some followers? That's fun.
You're led out to into the courtyard where
Did you say led or let out?
they were let out into the courtyard. Ashley just runs around.
I got the zoomies.
You're led out into the courtyard where there is a very nice but very functional looking skiff, sky skiff, big enough for you three, Captain Falone, and the 4 soldiers that she has with her.
Damn. Are they staying the whole time?
I have a small unit to help with the investigation, yes.
Well,
It was positioned to us as this was more sort of reconnaissance than actual risk of conflict.
Which is why I've only got 4 guards and not
God.
a whole platoon.
Actually,
Okay.
having seen the discussions in your caucus, I can understand why 4 guards are needed for civil conversations.
Ooh, that was good.
I try not to get involved in politics wherever I can, just do my duty and protect my people.
Don't blame you. It's really frustrating.
One of the
And bailing
guards...
out criminals, apparently.
Curiosity's not really a crime, even if it is
That's what I said.
one puts
No,
your
it-
life in danger.
No, I think you'll find that curiosity, when breaking laws, is literally a crime.
I was in the pursuit of knowledge. It was noble.
Perhaps we shouldn't talk about that.
Yes, well, let's just go.
One of the guards takes the wheel of the ship, and you are flown out over the edge of the city, past into the clouds below, and head out towards a small group of islands, one of which is slightly larger than the other. As you get closer, you realize that there is actually a town, a small town made of white and red brick, with tiled roofs and that. And you can all smell on the wind the scent of like fires, like ash on and that. And you can quickly see that this is a brick building community. As you get closer, you see that it's quite populous compared to most of the places you've been recently. Not Cloudskern or New Doan, obviously, but it's a fairly bustling town. There's probably a good 1,000 people here. It's small enough that people know each other, but big enough that actually it's got proper industry. It's comprised of mostly goblins and humans, with a few elves here and there, and the odd tiefling in that. The ship pulls into a well-used skydock where you can see bundles of bricks being packed onto heavier-looking skiffs, getting ready to fly into Nodoan, and passing hands between traders and representatives of the markets. It is a cute city. It's very clean, very well taken care of. Everything is made from these beautiful, beautiful white and red bricks. They're very proud of what they do. You can see goblins and humans and elves just all living together in real harmony as well. Everyone seems quite peaceful and calm. The Emerald Guard look a little like they haven't seen much action in a while. But
Bit of a dry spell for him.
yeah, kind of. But obviously, the snap to attention as soon as they recognise a captain. And you are walked through. You kind of disembark. The Falone orders a couple of the soldiers to report to the local lieutenants, let them know that she's here. We have 2 choices. We can meet with the mayor, Big Bus, first, or we can go and find Lord Soldrax.
I suppose it's up to Rock, really, that bit.
I think perhaps meeting with him first would be wise, because he may have some information that might actually be helpful for the rest of what we're doing.
I'm comfortable with that. She lets... if you could let the mayor know that I'm just going to meet with Lord Soldrax, Ambassador Soldrax, and we will meet with the mayor after that. We should only be an hour, tops. The lieutenant under her snaps at attention and wanders off with the rest of the troop, and the 4 of you are left on your own.
Chris, would I know anything about this person?
Roll me a history check.
15.
15. That's enough. Yes, you remember Marcel. Marcel is a bit younger than you, not by much, but a few years younger than you. Was at the same time that you were being introduced to court. Marcel was also being pushed by his family. Silver Dragonborn, very rare in the Empire, which is one of the things that their family was pushing on, because there are not as many metallics as there are chromatics in the Empire. He actually is from a lesser arm of the Solgrax family. So although they're a great house, he's kind of like,
It's a shame.
he's only about like 10th or 13th in line to the seat, so he's hardly even recognized. So he's marrying off material.
Wow.
Yeah, but you know how this is how it's done. Like, so he's
So shady.
yeah.
Oh my god, he's only 13th in line to rule the Empire.
It's not like you, who is
What a loser.
who is the son of one of the matriarchs of the great houses. Like, you are very esteemed by comparison.
We'll find you a suitor.
Not at the moment, I'm not.
Oh, yes, true.
You remember a shy, skinny young man who was just as out of place as you always felt you were. And I think you had some kind words for him when you were younger that made his time better.
Okay.
Filone leads you into the heart of the town. It is bustling. There's lots of little coffee shops and restaurants and bakeries and market stalls.
I can't
and
tell
things.
whether that got us humans excited or our characters. Fucking sucker for coffee shops.
I know.
There's even little tiny art galleries where local artists are displaying their work. It is cute. It is
wanna
a
live
really
here.
nice.
As we're walking, I assume Filone is leading. I'm just going to be very quietly saying to Ashley and Eugene, "Oh, we should come back here. We should come visit. It's really cute. Look at that art gallery. That looks really nice."
Oh my god, it looks really pretty. That place, look at the size of the cakes.
Make me an insight check as you go.
Are they real cakes?
The real cakes.
Wait, is this all another
Is it cake?
creature?
Oh.
This whole island is just cake.
Is it cake? I only got a 10.
It's a cake mimic. You're
I
doomed.
also got a 10.
I got a 14.
14?
Wow. We have
10,
no
10,
idea
and
what's going on.
14.
10, 10, and 14?
Mhm.
No, nothing out of the ordinary.
Never mind.
No, nothing's
everyone
weird.
Seems
Don't worry
quite
about it.
friendly.
Anyway,
A little
Everyone's-
too friendly.
Everyone says hello to you as you pass.
has anyone got a string attached to their heel?
No, but and this is kind of a thing. You imagine that the vibe that they were trying to go for in Aramaya was what this town actually is.
Oh, great.
This
Okay.
is what they misinterpreted when they tried to recreate the populace. This is probably what Aramaya used to be like.
They
and
did it just
adorable.
like this, but creepy.
Yeah.
As fuck.
Because they didn't understand nuance.
Aww.
Because
There were no rules for Eugene.
Relatable.
Yeah.
I'm not. No, that gives me the impression that I'm saying no. That's not what I meant. But you
The
know,
real treasure was the autism we got along the way.
they were pretending to be something that they were not, and they did not really understand. So, you wander along. You get a few looks, but nobody unfriendly. I think Rock draws a little bit of attention.
I think as soon as Rock sees anyone who's like obviously staring or whatever, he's just going to go out his way to be very pleasant and say morning.
And they are morning, hello.
No, he's being genuine because he can see the rest of them are being friendly, so he's going to make sure he makes an effort to be friendly.
She's doing a lot of waving.
Yeah. What's your passive insight, Aisling?
Oh, me.
Yeah. Because I think you
passive
roll
insight,
badly,
18.
but an 18. So you can't technically you can't roll below for this sort of thing. You can't roll below your
What a shame.
insight. People are
My
giving.
passive insight is 16.
Oh, 16. Oh, I did not know that.
Good.
See, I
That's
need to check
Wow.
this. That's really cool. It is
Blimey.
Aisling that picks up on this, though. I'm so used to Aisling being the insightful one.
Yeah.
Yeah, though I
You roll badly. It happened.
Yeah, Chris, Eugene's just as insightful.
Nearly as insightful.
no, not just as insightful.
Aisling, you do pick up that this things like they are very genuinely friendly. They are giving Rock a second look.
They're only human.
Some of them
And
are slightly
Gauntlet and
nervous, and then they kind of catch a sight of Falone and you, and they're like, "Oh no, like there's a second sort of like, okay, well he's with two half elf and elf and the Fae, he must be okay."
I think I'll
A
try
half
and
elf and elf and a
subtly...
fae walked into a bar.
Ah, the
How
Dragonborn
many
was
fires do
okay.
they set?
None.
Ashley will just sort of subtly try and reassure Rock a little bit. Just be like, "It's all right. None of them seem to be." They seem
No,
cool."
they seem very friendly, but I can't blame them for being.
I know, but even the ones that are looking.
Some of the elves are definitely taking it a little longer to try and get that double take. And you pass one who looks like got sort of like fire scarring around the edge of their neck that you can just make out under their uniform, and they freeze in place as Rock passes.
Would I notice them
I
doing that?
Only if Aisling picks them up, because they're trying to be subtle about it.
Ashley might see it, but she won't say anything.
Eventually, you're led down a really smart street with, again, like 4-story houses in like a terrace form with these beautiful marble steps that kind of that have been tiled out with these edge of these beautiful terracotta tiles up to a large door which says Madame Austrey's boarding house and guest suite
Lovely.
on it, and Falone rings the bell. There's a hang on, not as young as I used to be.
Amazing.
A little.
It's a brothel, isn't it?
It's a flap of feet.
A
and
tiny madam
clack,
arrives
clack,
at the door.
and a little door, and a door opens, and you all look down as this tiny orange-skinned goblin with kind of very squinty eyes and like glasses that she should probably be wearing much closer to up her nose.
Oh, little goblin bifocals.
A mess of grey hair that's kind of been loosely tied, and like a neat woolen dress that is kind of cinched in at the waist, but has seen better days. And she looks up and she goes, I don't know any of you. And she kind of her eyes settle on Rock. Oh, are you here to see Marcial?
Yes, I am. I hope we're not disturbing you.
I'm afraid you've missed him. He's gone to the cafe with his friend.
Yes.
Is the cafe nearby?
Yes, just at the end of the street. He likes to go there for a cake in the morning.
Marcel knows
great.
how to live.
Where is it? If you could just point out the one. That...
I think I know the one. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, madam. That's all right. Yes, if you could just let him know that dinner will be at 7 this evening. If he has business has business in the city, he should be back by then. Or let me know if he's not expecting to eat.
I'm sure. I will absolutely let him know.
Lovely meeting you all. Quite a colourful bunch of friends he has.
I love her.
And he doesn't even know it.
And you kind of walk up to the end of the street. And you find this big open courtyard area in front of what looks like a converted church that has now
so
a
cool.
coffee shop in it instead.
Have you been browsing my Pinterest boards?
Literally! This is all...
The gods have been left with places to worship, and there is in the open area where the the little tables are and everything. there is the 13 seats, 12 of which are occupied by visages of gods that you know, and one, of course, sits empty, as is tradition.
You should put your little statue there.
Yeah, the goat. Yeah,
The goat.
Maybe that'll bring him back.
the goat.
No, not the goat.
The goat.
No, the statue of the horned king.
Who's
Not the
supposed
goat.
to be
The coffee shop is the secret.
No, don't put the statue in the coffee shop. Put it on the empty throne.
I put my goat on the throne.
Do you need to grab your kitten?
Yeah, just 1 second.
You see, they don't think it's a great idea either.
It's too late. The goat's on the throne.
Put a goat. You climbed up on this quite tall pillar and put a goat on the throne.
Yeah.
Yeah. You now have left the goat on the
No,
throne.
not the goat.
No, I'm gonna take it. I'm not leaving it. I just want to see if anything happens. I
Nothing.
take the goat back.
No, nothing happens. You put the goat on there. Nothing happens.
Well, I tried.
I said, never mind.
You know what? Let's just leave it. It's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. I'm gonna have a look and see if I can see a dragonborn in there, because I
Yeah,
would
it's
imagine
not
there's not too
hard
many.
Yeah, it's probably not that
There
hard
is.
to find.
There is a quite handsome, mostly very easy to spot because he's the only person who shines in the sunlight.
Ooh.
That would make you stand
Edward
out.
Cullen.
I fireball him.
There is.
Hello, rock.
There is a he's slim, but you can tell that he takes care of himself. He's wearing a very nicely tailored coat in like a royal blue.
Does he look miserable?
He looks ecstatic and happy.
Oh, good. So it's not Edward Cullen.
He has a long thin, which he has gently combed over ever so slightly, just so it kind of looks like it's
Fashion.
like it's the Dragonborn equivalent of bedhead, but purposefully done.
Intentionally done.
He's
yeah.
grown out his
Oh.
he's grown out his spines around his face, so he has kind of like a little bit of a mustache going. And he's deep in conversation with a very beautiful looking elf who is sunning herself with a fan. And the two of them...
This is such a taboo.
I told you. Brains.
They were roommates.
I think you'll find they're roommates, yes.
And they don't see you because they are deeply in conversation and there's lots of like chatting between the two of them and gentle touches here and there. As you get closer, can you all make me a perception check?
Are we gonna crash their date?
Yeah.
Whomps does this elf?
Also, it's very early for a date, unless maybe she stayed over.
Oh.
What am I rolling?
Perception.
I got 21.
Perception,
16.
I got a 19.
19. Cool. Eugene, you notice she is wearing 3 platinum bands entwined around her right wrist.
Oh.
And I
She's
think
a snack.
she's a snack. She's a professional snack.
A professional snack. A snack
you-
worker.
Please tell me Eugene doesn't say that out loud.
Please say it out loud. Please say it out loud.
Yeah.
I think he says it under his breath. He's not
I
going
think
to say
Ashling's
it
gonna
out
pick up on
loud.
Can I have heard that?
I think so, with your general perception and ability.
Rob's
Yeah,
just
I'll
like,
just be
"Oh
like,
my
yes,
God,
yes.
You don't say that. Oh my God, Aisling, this is your fault.
He said it quietly. It's fine.
Just don't say it in public. Anyway,
I used it in the right way, right? That's
Yeah.
That's what
No,
you
you did.
said.
Contextually perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
They like he's just leaning over and sort of touching her hand. She's giggling and she's kind of like tapping the back of his hand with her fan, and she's the first person that notices you. Rock. Actually, all of you can make me a quick insight check.
Oh, This is so mean. I feel bad interrupting his riz.
I feel nothing. Insight, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
19 for Ashling.
and a 19 for Rock.
What'd you get?
I
What'd you
got
get?
a 25.
Cool. Ashling, Rock,
Bloody hell.
you do not pick up on this. Eugene,
Oh.
you're the first person to
Damn it.
notice what she is, and I think that's because you're already paying attention to her. You notice.
He's already noticed she's a snack.
You notice her eyes settle on all of you, and she just gives his hand a squeeze just to let him know that company is arriving. She looks at you. It's not an unfriendly look, but she looks at all of you, and there's a recognition. Just a slight one.
Do I recognize her?
Nope.
No.
Never seen this woman before. It's
What
not.
the fuck?
And I think with that role, because that role was so good, I think because you've been around enough people now to kind of get those sorts of different reactions, it's not first-hand recognition. It is very much.
She's just heard of us.
She's heard of who you are. She knows who you are through conversation or reputation.
And Ashling's probably wearing her badge.
Yeah, always.
Um.
So embarrassing.
Oh, darling, look, we have company, she says. Oh, do pull up chairs, please.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry to
Sorry.
interrupt. This is a kind of unexpected visit.
My lord! The
Oh,
Silver
no.
Dragonborn gets to his feet and
I'm going to push him
bows
back into his seat as soon as he stands up.
and bows
Oh my God.
really
No,
deeply
No, please, just sit down. Sit down, for God's sake.
in a way that you guys have not seen before. Rock instantaneously recognizes. He bends from the wrist. He bends from the waist, placing one foot forward, with his hand on his chest, the other tucked behind him, open, and tucks his right leg behind his left ever so slightly.
Oh.
Ashling, what is he doing?
Just stand up, Marcel. I mean, Ambassador Solgrax, if you would, please, please, no formalities.
My lord, you
No, it's
are...
Rock. It's just Rock, and this is my friend Ashling and my friend Eugene, and this is Captain Falone.
I've met the good captain before. I'm
Good.
sorry you called me. I was not expecting to see you under these circumstances. But I was.
No,
really...
I bet you weren't.
Oh, darling, aren't you going to introduce us to your beautiful free friends?
Yeah, please do.
Of course, this is Anta.
Hi.
I will take her hand and I will bow deeply and say, "Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you."
Actually, interesting. You know from protocol, since the first emperor introduced the first courtesan in the empire, courtesans do not bow.
Hell yeah.
I will bow to her, but
Yeah.
yes, I bow deeply and just say, "Oh, it's a delight to meet you."
She lets you kiss her hand. And,
Oh no, I'm not going to kiss her hand, but I just take it
Yeah.
now.
She offers you her hand and just gives it a gentle squeeze. Timothy, some extra chairs, please. She shouts, and one of the staff just kind of hops to. And
Are we supposed
pulls-
to bow now?
Do we bow to Rock?
Don't be ridiculous.
I'm not bowing to Rock, and I'm not letting you do it either.
No, I don't want to do that.
Anyway, I am terribly sorry to interrupt your coffee. We didn't really plan necessarily to come. Otherwise, I would have given you some advance warning.
That's perfectly all right, my lord. Please, do join us.
Just Rock. It's
Sorry, Rock. It's difficult.
it's fine.
You must pardon my unpreparedness, but it is very good to see you, my lord.
But it has been a long time. I mean, and you are certainly keeping much better company since I last saw you.
I'm doing much better for myself. This opportunity, I was suggested it actually by one of your family's allies.
Oh,
Yes, Count Devereaux
oh, what a surprise!
suggested that I
Well, then I would take that as highly recommended because she would most certainly know who she is.
I wouldn't assume, but the Count himself. But his daughter, I am afraid that I haven't seen her for some time. Every time she's in court, your sister keeps her quite busy.
Oh, I'm sure, but I would imagine she would have advised well.
Thank you. And it's so good to see you. It's been such a long time.
It has. I mean, I was going to say a lot has happened, but that is really an understatement. We are. This is a very quick visit. We're not necessarily staying for very long.
Oh,
but
Ashley's already ordered cake and coffee.
Yeah.
Flagged down someone whilst these guys were talking.
One of the elves kind of comes. One of the elves who serves here comes over and smiles and takes your order, and then wanders off to get everything.
One of each. Just one of each.
Please put it on my tab. I will not have my guests pay for this visit.
Thanks. Nice.
We have come in service of New Dohan, in fact, and are here to do some investigating. So I thought perhaps we should check in with you.
The two of them exchange a look, and Antia goes, "Oh, this dreadful business of rumours of Dragonborn in the woods."
Well, we were told it was draconic creatures, although not necessarily Dragonborn.
Yes, I personally think it's probably young drakes or something like that. You know how playful they can be. But I don't. I mean, it's understandable, but I and you must forgive me, Captain, but I do believe that they're wasting your time. Captain Go just kind of smiles. She goes, "Well, I'd rather look into it and be wrong than not, my lady."
And be that as it may, we have offered our services in service of New Dohan, and so we said we would come and have a look. And after all, I can understand that people here would be rightfully suspicious of seeing draconic creatures anywhere here.
Actually, one of the reasons I chose this island. I want to go some way to try to repair that damage if I can.
Oh, I understand that motivation most clearly, but nonetheless, what has happened to people here and in many other places has left a suspicion, which I am completely understanding of. So it is best that we have a look and do what we can. And my companions and I have we've spent quite some time getting quite familiar with investigating odd occurrences. So we have offered our services.
Heard. There is quite the rumours about you in court, as my friend. Good rumours. The first
I
positive.
very much doubt that.
Well, depends on which people you're talking to.
Yeah.
My friends, though.
I was going to say my family don't count.
And you are with one of the Zillman family, if I'm not mistaken. Is that not right?
Yes, we've been very honoured to be guests of the Zillman family. This is Eugene Appleby, but of the Zillman line.
You must pass on my gratitude to your grandpère. He has been instrumental in providing me with much more grace and kindness from your people than I deserve.
They are the best person ever. So
He has all. Yes, they have also adopted Ashley.
whether they know it or not.
Yeah, it's not necessarily official, but it appears it has happened nonetheless. But yes, so is that all the information you have of these sightings? Do you know anything further of where they are or where we could perhaps start our investigation?
I think Bigbus has more direct information. From my understanding, it is mostly in the woods on the outside, and yes, well, understandably they've kept me as far away from it as they possibly can. One, for my safety, so I don't get swept up in it, and two, because there are a few people that suspect I might have something to do with it.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it's difficult. Politics are difficult, but then we grew up with vipers who are much more deadly.
But I would imagine that the politics of New Doran is fairly comforting and reminds you of home.
In many ways, I feel it's simpler because at least they know what they hate and why.
God, I wouldn't go that far, but but it seems like you have quite a reputation here as well.
I'm trying. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to be a good representative for the Empire and a good friend to these kind people.
It does seem really quite lovely here.
From my understanding, they've come a long way. And they've worked hard to get here. And the goblins took a little getting used to the elves and humans joining them, but they are an industrious and friendly people once you get past their gruff exterior.
It certainly feels like an industrious place, and very quaint as well.
Beautiful, isn't it? More places like this in the north. It's at this time that the waiter comes back with
Ashling's food.
with all the food and stuff and starts placing it all out. In the midst of it, they accidentally spill coffee on Rock. And immediately they gasp and apologize and lean in to start dabbing off. Aisling and Eugene, I want you to make a perception check for me.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, perceive. Oh, oh, good. That sounds like you had a better result than me because I got a 7.
Okay.
Yes,
Oh.
please.
No, I got a nat 20, 28.
28.
Blimey.
They also got a nat 20, unfortunately, for a 29.
Ah!
Rock, you feel cold steel slide between the plates of your armor, and this elf hisses in your ear.
He's already died once. You can't kill him again. Chris! What are you doing?
Can I?
In the name of the Dragon King, death
Oh.
to the false heir.
Can I
He's not
try
trying
and
to
grab
air
his hand?
anything.
You take 8 points of piercing damage and 9 poison damage.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think that was just for piercing, was it?
And I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Saving throw. Oh, 9.
9. You are poisoned. And that is where we're going to end today's episode.
Christopher! Jesus!
Oh. And we're not even playing this Sunday.
I know. What a cliffhanger. I know you're all angry at me, but you also kind of love the drama.
Of course we do, Chris.
Oh, okay. I'm just going to quickly just brush off Toby's.
I miss Toby.
Not this much. Guys, this has been a lot of fun, and actually
Yeah, fucking
really picked up. I have had a wonderful week so far, but really has picked up my mood, and I had a
Yay.
gorgeous time watching you guys wander through.
Twat around.
Twat around.
Watching you guys fuck about.
Fuck around.
on the
And
line.
And then find out.
Get stabbed.
Yeah. So
Freestanding.
remember,
Or not find out because you only
Yeah.
rolled a 5.
Aisling, with that, you definitely did hear him say, in the name of the Dragon King, death to the false heir.
But he still got shanked up.
He did. This is the elf that said it to Rock.
So
Cool.
Was, it, was this
Server,
this
not-
was
not
the elf
the-
that was serving,
It
not
was
the
elf that was
okay.
serving.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Not
he
the
said
lovely
to-
courtesan lady.
No,
in
no,
the
no.
name of the
The Dragon.
Dragon King.
Death.
death to the false heir that you don't want to inherit anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Great.
Well, we will leave
Nice.
that
Super.
there for today. We have been Some Other Heroes. We won't be back this Sunday. We're having a weekend off, but we will be back on the 20th of August with the immediate fallout of this particular incident.
Ashley's gonna kick off.
Yes, I think you're all going to kick off.
Fireball.
Fireball.
Yeah.
The answer to everything.
She's just like, fuck the coffee shop. Fireball.
Welcome back, Mapplebotty. We'd love to see you come back in the series. We haven't seen you for a while. We hope everything is well. Thank you so much for everybody that joined us for this bonus stream. And thank you very much for your patience on Sunday as well when we had all our technical problems. Everything seems to be working right. That whole thing with the headphones is okay. It's all just one of those things.
Yeah.
False alarm, lads.
False alarm, lads. We have been Some of the Heroes. I'm going to start with Wayne.
You always do.
Because then you're done and you can concentrate on the chat functions.
Thank you, everybody, for being here, for joining us for an extra bonus one. You can find me pretty much everywhere on the internet now under Created by Wayne, which is on the socials and my website, as well as my YouTube channel, should you wish to come along and learn about branding bits and pieces and stuff like that. I would much appreciate it. Otherwise, just come say hi and look at cat pictures and stuff. Thank you. That's it. Bye.
Just a big congratulations to
I
Wayne
love you. Bye.
on completing his first sales campaign.
My
for-
launch of my first products.
Yeah, really good,
Which was
really hard
good.
work.
Thank you.
Cool. Charlie, you rolled lowest, so you can go second.
Cool. All my shit is at charliewince.com. That's got shop and links to Instagram and Tumblr because they're my only socials at the moment. And I'm also going to be doing more drawing streams.
Yeah.
Thursday, you're doing one, yeah?
Thursday.
Yeah, because I've won at therapy now, so I don't have to do it on Thursdays anymore.
Yay!
Yeah!
That's how it
Graduated.
works.
Charlie's
We-
brain is all grown up.
Completed it, mate. Completed it, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charlie got an A in therapy.
Yeah. But
Amazing.
for real, EMDR is finite. Like, I'm just done with that bit. So yeah, I have Thursdays now, so I'm still gonna have the day off. So I'm gonna spend it streaming. Not really,
Yeah.
obviously, but you know what I mean. So yeah, keep an eye on my Instagram for the time, but it's gonna be Thursday afternoon.
Awesome.
My Twitch thing is in the chat, and it'll just be chilling out and drawing. So come say hi.
Yeah, it's super cool.
And hi, mum. Love you, mum.
Hi,
Hi,
Charlie's
Charlie's mum.
We will catch you very soon, Charlie's mum. We know that you can't make it this weekend, but we will see you very soon.
Oh
we
no.
promise.
I know
Yeah.
mum couldn't get off work,
No.
but soon.
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 Pull a sickie.
Yeah, right. I know.
Yeah, right.
She's
We
the manager,
promise.
though, so-
It's Wednesday. Come on.
Problem is she's the manager.
Oh yeah, it does kind of set a wrong precedent, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it sounds like she's got a bit
Yeah,
of a
but
cough.
you can get away with it
I know.
if you're the manager.
Amazing. Theo, would you like to go next?
Sure. You can find my illustration and stuff at theoblueillustration.com. There's links to everywhere else I am on the internet there. You can also pre-order my book. I
Pre-order the book.
Go do it.
It's really cool. It's going to be
God damn it.
super
Pre-order
cool.
the damn book.
Pre-order the book. you
Buy the
coward.
book. Just buy the book, damn it.
For fuck's sake.
What's wrong with you? Why haven't
This
you?
is the energy you wanted to bring, yeah?
But seriously,
don't
do
bully people.
seriously check out.
You don't
Theo's-
have to. I'll do it.
Yeah, Theo's book. It looks gorgeous. I know that-
You don't have to though. Like it's not.
No, you kind of do though.
requirement.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Don't
I'll
listen.
Because
fuck
it's
you
going to
up.
be brilliant, and
I'll fuck you
pre-orders
up.
make such a huge difference in terms of how many books are ordered by like Amazon and all these things, whatever. So
Yeah.
if you are going to buy it at any point, pre-ordering is really, really helpful. All jokes aside. So
And if you
If you-
don't, I've got a black belt. So
I've got a black belt too. It hangs up on the back of the door.
yeah, I got like I
mind
got,
you
like,
say that every time, Chris.
I don't have a black belt.
Well,
I do. So all of the book. Otherwise, you know.
you
Please-
won't have it. And
Please
you're
don't.
missing out.
Please don't threaten people.
Not threatening people. Yeah.
What's
No, I'm
that?
just kidding. Love you.
Shall I
that
move
Theo's-
on? Shall I move on? Shall
I
I?
love you all. I'm joking.
I think that's Theo's phone buzzing with the publishers having a comment on their screen this week.
I will wrap up. I am Chris Mepham. You can find me at Chris Mepham RPG wherever your media is socialed. You're most likely not going to get a lot of sense out of me at the moment. I'm mostly focusing on this wonderful stream and working. And a lot of my evenings are playing Baldur's Gate 3 because I know.
I can confirm this is true.
Because Lazelle's Shadowheart is my Barbieheimer, and I'm sticking to that argument.
And because you're spending most days in the character creator.
But you guys can't reference anything current culturally because I haven't seen it.
Oh,
Because I don't leave this room.
That's all right.
No Barbie references, no Baldur's Gate, nothing.
I watched the first episode of Bluey.
Uh,
Yay!
yay!
dear.
I'm
Now,
I'll
trying to
talk
convince
about Bluey.
you to watch
Yeah.
Bluey yesterday.
now I'm working again.
Oh, yes,
Wayne
whatever
doesn't
day it
have
was.
to put up with the stuff I make him watch. Can choose his own things over lunchtime.
It's not Bluey.
Yes, but I am on most social media stuff. You can find my link tree. My Dragonborn tokens are still for sale if you wish to add them to your game. They are beautiful. I'm very proud of them.
They're beautiful.
I'm working on my second NPC pack. It's taking longer than the first one did because money. But we'll get there. We will be back on the 20th. Check out Dyson Slice. Check out Misadventurers League. Wish Hedge a big happy birthday. I'm certain he loves all the attention.
Oh, yeah.
And join the Discord.
And join
Join the
our amazing
Discord.
Discord. You guys have, like, we gave you the Discord, like,
You guys have-
literally a week ago, and you are killing it. It's amazing.
So good.
It's so good.
so lovely chatting to you guys.
Yeah.
Come and look at pictures of my
lovely.
cats.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Because that is what we have.
Yep. And what we will do is I will put the cards up this week from the title sequence so you guys can have a closer look at them. Theorize if I have left any messages in them at all or anything.
And prime phone wallpaper material as well.
Go for it.
Yeah.
So many ridiculous memes already, thanks to
Yeah.
this wonderful bunch of people.
Cool. Love each other. Take care of each other. Roll dice, tell stories, be kind. We love you very much, and we'll see you soon.
Love you. Bye.
Mwah.